My darlings, buckle up, because today Buckingham Palace has once again tripped over its own storyline. And this time it's all because of something as tiny, harmless and innocent as a courtesy update. Yes, the same courtesy the Windsors have never, not once, extended to Harry and Meghan, but are now somehow desperate to take credit for rejecting. This story isn't small, it isn't petty, it is symbolic, because it exposes exactly how the palace reacts when Prince Harry conducts himself as what he actually is. A grown man with an international schedule, a respected veteran, and a global humanitarian with his own mission. And yet the palace scrambled like pigeons in Trafalgar Square the moment Harry dared to do things the proper professional way without kneeling, bowing, or asking permission. So let's dive deep into the confusion, the panic, and the quiet terror behind Buckingham's denial. Because today, my loves, Prince Harry's simple courtesy email did more damage to the monarchy's illusion than any tabloid headline ever could. Life isn't a straight line. Sometimes you're born into a system so rigid it expects you to shrink yourself forever. But sometimes you choose the untrodden path. And that is exactly what Prince Harry did. He walked away from an institution that demanded silence, obedience and sacrifice while refusing to offer compassion in return. His choice sent shockwaves through the royal world he left behind. Today he stands for something far bigger than palace protocol. Purpose over position, humanity over hierarchy, duty over drama. This story is not just about a prince. It's about a son, a father, a husband, a veteran, a man who saw the weight of history on his shoulders and still dared to carve out a new dawn. Prince Harry travelled to Toronto not for photo ops, not for ribbon cuttings, and definitely not for royal glamour. He went to honour remembrance, to stand shoulder to shoulder with veterans, to fulfil a responsibility he feels in his bones. Harry is not a ceremonial soldier. He is a real one. And his team, being the professionals they are, sent Buckingham Palace a simple courtesy update. Not to ask permission, not to seek approval, but to inform them out of respect. This is standard diplomatic practice. Not defiance, not subordination, not rebellion. But the moment British tabloids caught wind of the trip, the palace machine reacted exactly as it always does, with confusion, denial, and over-the-top panic. Suddenly, an ordinary professional email became a betrayal, a breach of protocol, a sign of disrespect. The palace claimed they were blindsided, furious, humiliated. But why? Because Harry acted like an equal. And for the palace, that is unforgivable. Let's call this what it is, a control issue. Harry acted confidently, independently, and professionally without needing the palace's approval. In the royal world, that is the real scandal. Their outrage wasn't about the email. It wasn't about the timing. It wasn't about protocol. It was about one truth. Prince Harry no longer belongs to them, and they don't know how to cope with that. When Harry wears a military uniform or stands beside those who do, he isn't playing dress-up. He isn't performing. He isn't posing behind bulletproof glass. Prince Harry earned his place. He served in Afghanistan. He flew missions. He put his life on the line. His credibility is real, and that scares the monarchy. Because respect earned through service is far more powerful than respect inherited through birthright. When Harry stands with veterans, he isn't Prince Harry. He is Captain Wales, one of them. No royal PR machine can replicate that. His involvement with the Invictus Games didn't just elevate him, it exposed the institution's weakness. The palace loves the soldier prince image when it benefits them. but a soldier prince who operates independently. That's a problem. Harry's Toronto trip reminded the world that his most meaningful work doesn't come from a crown, but from service. While Harry was in Toronto doing substantive work, what was Prince William doing? Ribbon cuttings, speech readings, ceremonial appearances designed to look like leadership. And let's be honest, the palace needs that illusion desperately. But when you place tradition next to transformation ceremony, next to purpose-hollow rituals, next to real impact, Harry's work heals, it inspires, it saves lives. William's work maintains tradition. Which one feels real? Which one feels modern? Which one actually touches human beings? Harry's success outside the institution shines a harsh light on the hollowness inside it. And that is why the palace panics. The more Harry succeeds, the more outdated the monarchy appears. After Harry's courtesy update, the media machine roared to life. Headlines labelled him defiant, rebellious, unpredictable. They accused him of building a rival court, chasing attention, seeking the spotlight. But the reality? Harry sent a polite, professional message. The palace leaked a panic-filled narrative. The tabloids weaponized it. They ignored his military experience. They ignored Invictus. They ignored his purpose. Because they need Harry to be the problem. They need Harry to be the villain. They need chaos to protect the institution. But people are not blind. We've seen this pattern for years. The palace plants the seed. The press grows the chaos. Their desperation is obvious. Because if Harry is thriving independently, then what does that say about the system he left? Why did a simple courtesy email trigger such panic? One word: irrelevance. The monarchy depends on the illusion that it is essential, that without it the world would crumble. But Harry's success outside the system destroys that illusion. He proves that dignity, purpose and public service are not palace-issued gifts, they are built through action, compassion and courage. Every life he touches is a crack in the institution's facade. The palace has lost control of him. And worse, they have lost control of the narrative. Harry represents a new kind of royalty, one the palace cannot contain. A harmless email became a scandal. A respectful gesture became rebellion. A veteran honouring veterans became royal chaos. But the story is bigger than Toronto, bigger than protocol, bigger than denial. It is a clash between the old and the new. The old demands obedience. The new builds authenticity. Harry chose purpose. He chose compassion. He chose independence. He chose to build something real. And instead of celebrating that, the palace panicked. The question for you: was Buckingham Palace truly unaware of the courtesy update? Or did they pretend not to receive it to undermine Harry? You tell me, my darlings. Let me know in the comments. Do you believe the palace genuinely missed the message? Or was this yet another PR stunt to paint Harry as the villain? Before you go, please like this video, subscribe to the Sussex Insights, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thank you for watching, my loves. Stay brilliant, stay bold, and I'll see you in the next one.